Hi guys, Ryan again from Real Sea Anglers. Okay, I've had an email and also a YouTube message off Jamie Davidson in Aberdeen. He wants to know what a breakaway impact shield is. That is a breakaway impact shield. Okay, he wants to also know how to actually use them, and when he uses them and puts them on the rig, how do they work. Okay, so I'm going to go through it step by step. Always when you buy these impact shields, these breakaway ones, you normally have a long piece of like rubber tubing that comes with it. Now what you need to do with them is cut those into little sections. See, I've got a little section here. Now what it is, it's got to be, the section you cut has to be the length of that up until you get to that step. Okay, so you don't want to cover the rubber tube all the way over it because it's not going to grip that well, so you need to do it up to this step here. I don't know if you can see this step. Okay, a little step there, right on the end. You need the rubber piece to fit in that gap. Okay, so first of all, what you want to do when you're making your rig, okay, this is your main body. Okay, this is not your snood. This is your main body, which your weight goes on. Okay, so put your clip on the end. Okay, and what I want you to do is get this piece of rubber tube in here, slide it on to your rig, like so. Okay, then what I want you to do then is I want you to slide the impact shield on. So at the bottom of the impact shield is a little gap. Don't know if you can see that gap there, look. Okay, your line needs to go through there. Okay, then through the hole here. Okay, so it goes through both of those holes. I can't even do it now. There you go. Through both of them holes. So it is now on like that, nice and free flowing. Then what you want to do is you want to get this impact shield and put it directly into that rubber tubing. Okay, that's what's actually going to grip the impact shield and keep it towards the bottom. So I'm now going to attempt to put that in. Okay, so that is now in. So that now looks like that. Okay, the rubber tubing is actually holding it in place. Now a lot of people don't do this, but what you can actually do is put a bead on now and a crimp. Okay, so we'll put a bead and a crimp on. One here. Okay, so a bead. I must be going blind because it's making me concentrate a lot. Okay, so a bead and a crimp. Now the only reason why I use a bead and a crimp is for the actual mechanism part in a minute. You don't have to, there's nothing saying you have to put a crimp on, because sometimes if you crimp it too hard it can actually damage your line. So you know, if you are going to put a crimp on, make sure you squeeze it nice and lightly. So squeeze it nice and lightly. It's only to hold the bead in place, should we say, or well, not only to hold the bead in place, but when the impact shield goes up, it helps, you'll see. But anyway, so now you have your clip, this is what we spoke about earlier, the bead, and a crimp that's very, very lightly squeezed on, very lightly. So we'll put a weight on that, and the idea is, there we go, the idea is, if I can get here, okay, so the idea is, if you imagine this is your actual snood with your hook on, you'd clip your hook directly under this little angle here. Make sure you don't put it behind the line, okay? Put it in front of the line that's under this clip, okay? And then you clip it under like this. And then what happens then? When you actually cast it and the lead hits the water, your impact shield will then push up, hit that crimp we've just made, boom, and force your line straight off. Releases every time, okay? So once again, get your hook, put it in front of the line that's here, in front of it, but make sure it's under that angle, so it's obviously hooked in, and then cast it out. Once you cast it out, the water hits the bottom of this release, which then pushes the release up, hits the little crimp, bang, that knocks your hook off. I've never had problems with these, brilliant, the hook always comes off. So that's how you use it, that's how you put it on, brilliant pieces of kit. So Jamie Davidson, I hope that sorts things out, and any more questions, mate, go ahead, and maybe we should link up for a session sometime. See you later, Jamie.